First update of the year, and I'm already disappointed. What up, everybody? My name's Impractical, and welcome back to Sonic Speed Simulator. If you can't tell, I'm sick, and that's okay, because we got an update to cover. Now, first things first, we got ourselves a rerun event of Chrome Metal Sonic. It's pretty interesting to see we got a rerun for the start of the year, but probably because they're still working on what is to come. Now, the real interesting kicker here is the Season 4 Fast Pass, which, if you can't tell from the thumbnail, it's the worst Fast Pass we've gotten so far. I'm going to be honest with you about that. So let's break it down. All right, let's take a quick overview of the Fast Pass before we get into the details. As you can see, it's a weird mix. A lot of the rewards are a mixture of from the summer and Sonic's birthday, as well as some from No Place, which is an odd choice when you think of the mix. We also have some stuff from the Shinobi Strike, like Kenichi Amy. We also have a Jitsu Trail. Again, very odd choice mix. We also have the rerun for Zebra Sonic and Cheetah Shadow. This is the most weirdest Fast Pass. At least all the other past ones had some cohesion. This one has a mixture of so many different events going on. It just feels like they just grabbed whatever and threw it in here. A very odd choice indeed. No Place Style Sonic, I would like to mention, was a reward you could earn doing a permanent event in No Place, but with the rework, he's no longer there, and it seems like now he's relegated to a Fast Pass, which is a pretty odd choice. Captain Vector, of course, the most interesting skin of this pass, is at level 30, so that's pretty weird to take. Now, if we go to the open challenges, this is where things are interesting. Now, this, I do approve of this change, not this Robux. What I approve of the change is that you don't no longer need to go to the zone to activate the mission. Instead, you can do it from the mission here. It'll give you a start option. You click it and you're good to go. To me, that is an improvement. The weird choice is them putting this. All right, let's just break this down real quick. None of my hot takes are hot takes if I can put it on a spreadsheet and get the facts straight. So let's just get the facts straight on this one. We know World 1 through 5 offers 150 tickets for completing those missions. World 6 through 10, 11 through 13, well 14 now, we already know, yada yada. What we should look at is the refresh cost. It's 10 Robux cost in order to get a 150 ticket mission, 300 Robux cost to refresh for a 300 ticket mission, and 50 Robux cost for 500 ticket mission. This is insanely expensive. The reason why I put that is, let's try to equate the cost of a 10 Robux refresh to up to 50. So of course we're going to be doing this 5 times, refreshing a world 1 through 5 times. We're going to be getting 750 tickets. Now, as you can see, this is a better option than this. Instead of spending 50 Robux refreshing one world 11 through 14 mission, one of those, to get 500, we can do that essentially 5 times on a world 1 through 5, and we'll end up with 150 tickets more. That's good. Okay, that's good. We found a cheaper option. Cool. But when you compare that to the cost of a skip 5, which is 200 Robux, it is insane. The cost does not really equate to that at all. This is what I mean. We spent 50 Robux to get 750 tickets. So we're going to multiply that by 4 so we can spend the 200 Robux. Makes sense? Okay, since we multiply that by 4, we're going to multiply the 750 tickets by 4. That means we get a total of 3,000 tickets. So this is the cost, the equivalent cost of a skip 5. If a lot of you who has been working hard grinding these fast pass and fell short, you already know that this is a terrible deal, because you're skipping 5 levels for the cost of 200 Robux, but the equivalent to refresh the worlds to do the missions faster does not equal the same. In fact, it's a complete ripoff. It's insane how much more you will be spending refreshing the world, like missions, instead of actually just paying the skip 5 altogether. You actually will save a lot more with skip 5, which is the better deal. The reason why it is a better deal is because all of this increases by exponential rates, meaning as the higher levels you go, the more demand for the tickets it will be to equal the cost in order to get to the next level. Some folks already saw it when you needed almost 10,000 to 12,000 tickets to get one level. A skip 5 will actually get you up there faster versus you paying 200 equivalent just to get 3,000 tickets. There's no way it's going to work. So again, it's already off to a bad start when you see this, and it's just a terrible red flag, because to me it's just like, oh great, it's scammy. But you could tell none of this was tested, because if it was, they probably would have adjusted the prices to reflect that. So again, this just screams rushed. All right, let's just take a look at Party Hat Amy's skin before we get into her stats. It's just Amy with a party hat. That's about it. There's nothing really particular about this model compared to the last Fast Pass where I had that Holiday Amy. That was a much better looking skin. In fact, there was a lot more to it, and that was considered mid-level. You needed to reach level 20 in order to unlock that skin. But comparative here, this Amy is just meh. This should have just came out when Party Sonic came out, so it's kind of disappointing to see this added to a Fast Pass. Not really worth the chase unless you're a huge Amy collector, I guess. But even then, this just screams disappointment. Now, if I'm going to review Vector, might as well do it in his natural environment, which is in no place. Obviously, this is where the skin belongs. It is a nice look to see on Vector. He does look good as a captain. Gonna be honest, love the pirate aesthetic, but the idle animation is disappointing because it has nothing to do with the theme of the outfit. It just seems like, well, regular Vector dressing up for a Halloween party. Overall, it is a good looking skin, but I feel like if this was going to be at the end of a Fast Pass, it should offer a lot more, as there's nothing else going for him except purely cosmetic, which is disappointing because even when he's boosting, his boost is pretty much generally the same. If I could just show it off, nothing really special there. Just seems pretty standard for Vector. And just like all his character, all his variations, he tends to just have more air, allowing him to breathe underwater longer. But again, as I stated in the past, that kind of stat is obsolete when you have, well, robot type characters that don't need any air underwater. All right, let's just take a look at the character stats on my spreadsheet. This is the same spreadsheet Orbot pulls the information from, so always check the Discord bot out. He's super handy. But Party Hat Amy, right now we're looking at her stats. She's 150 XP, 75 rings and damage. Again, this is star 6. Plus 15 in stamina, plus 25 in luck. Not bad for a, well, first character you unlock in the pass in the free section. The stats are pretty good. They're pretty right there decent. That's fine. Here's the disappointment. Captain Vector, the chaser of this fast pass that everyone will be grinding for, has the worst stats I've seen from a fast pass skin. He has 75 for XP rings, 150 in damage. Okay, we've had plenty of 150 characters, not a problem. But he shares the same stamina stat as Amy, which is plus 15, and only holding a plus 90 in air, which is really bad considering how we looked and observed at the skin and noticed what he has on him and the stats. This ain't worth the chase. In fact, this is worth an ignore. I mean, yeah, he has a nice costume, but that's all he has going for him. Let's just look at last season's Fast Pass for a better representation of what I'm talking about. Holiday Cheer Amy was the mid-tier skin. She was in the middle, or supposedly the first skin you unlock in the Fast Pass. I get it. She was level 20. I know that, but again, we already know where I'm going with this. Her stats were 75, 150 in rings, and 75 in damage. Cool. Plus 10 in magnet and plus 25 in luck. Honestly, Holiday Cheer Amy, awesome win for the Holiday Pass. The skin, overall, have you seen my comparison? She looks way better than the Party Hat Amy. Worth the chase for this one. Holiday Cheer Shadow. Holiday Cheer Shadow. Banger of a skin. Looks amazing. 150 in XP, 75 in rings and damage, plus 25 stamina. He's not sharing a similar stat with Holiday Amy. He's not plus 15. He's plus 25 in stamina with a plus 4 event. Honestly, a very decent skin when you look at the stats. Captain Vector, unfortunately, doesn't hold any praise or have anything on him that will make him a tier 30 or level 30 skin worthy. Unfortunately, there's nothing going for that skin besides Vector in a pirate outfit. Look, at the end of the day, this is up for you, the consumer, to decide. Is this worth my time to grind into? Is this worth the cost of my Robux? Is it worth my money? That's something as a consumer you have to decide yourself, because if you spend a lot of time playing this game, you have to decide how much you're willing to spend on it and how much of your time you're willing to put into a lot of these events. Unfortunately, because I am a consumer, I'm also a player and a content creator, no, this is not worth my time. I'm more upset that I spent 1,000 Robux on 2 mid skins, and if anybody wants to know, that's the equivalent of $10. I feel like I wasted $10 in the worst way imaginable. That's how I feel about it. Again, this is my take. This is not me speaking for the community or everyone as a whole, but this is how I personally feel about it. Unfortunately, this screams rushed. It seems like this was put together hastily so that way they can buy themselves time in order to prepare for what is to come or the updates they need to. This is the first event dropped since their break, and it makes a lot of sense when you look at it from that perspective. Of course, they're going to put something together. It explains why we have a Chrome Metal Sonic event rerun. It explains a lot of things. I get it. I'm a content creator myself. I know how it feels like when you're behind a schedule that you got to put something together, at least to have something out. But I still stand by my principle of I'd rather delay than rush something I won't be happy with. But again, this is also a business, so I do get that perspective. I'm just hoping that because this was put out in such a rushed manner, what is to come will be even grander and bigger. My bet still stands about Infinite. I don't know how long I should leave that bet running for, but I will do a 1 million Red Star giveaway if I am wrong. But yeah, it still stands. I do believe he will come in the game in some form or fashion shape, because there's no way he won't. But then again, those are my thoughts. Let's end the video here. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and don't forget to leave a like if you find anything in this video informative or helpful at all into making your decision on what to do when it comes to this fast pass, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll be seeing all of you guys in the next video, and I'll be hitting you up in the comments. Until then, bye-bye.